If you clicked on this video, you probably find yourself in this very hairy, sticky, annoying freaking situation, which is you start something, you're excited about this new idea project, you just want to do it, you're so excited, you're fired up, there's so many things that you can do, the possibilities are freaking endless. You go to it, you start researching, you start looking for the things that you can learn, you're seeing all these results, you hit a wall. Things start to get slow. Progress is slow. Things are getting hard. You don't understand as much anymore. It's a friction. You don't see any progress. You're getting bored. It's not as exciting and dopamine filled as it used to. So now you're just slightly looking around. Instead of you're focusing on finishing this thing, you're looking on what's your friend over there doing, what's new course over here is happening. You're looking for a way out, you're looking for a sign, and then you see some new opportunity or something new. Then you jump to it. You ditch everything you've been working on for the past few weeks, and then you go to this new thing. The exact same cycle happen again because you're in a loop, like a mouse, like a rat. You're just like boom, 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 boom. You get excited again, you go into the research mode, you do it, you're excited in your results, then boom, a wall, it's hard, and then you never ever finish one of these things that you're starting. Because you're starting this new thing, you don't finish it, then you jump to the other thing, and you don't finish it because while you're jumping to this other thing, you're jumping to something else. And then you never finish anything, you're just jumping. You're like a kangaroo, stop jumping. So if you're feeling like this and you're stuck in this situation, this video is like, hopefully save that, because I'm making this video for me as much as I'm doing it for you. It's actually like I'm really struggling with this thing. I really have to fix the situation because I'm getting old and like I have a beard, and soon they're gonna start to pressure you with like have family and shit, and we have to fix this. We can't be jumping all around, you have to see success in something. You can't be jumping all over the place. You see the problem? This is a very common problem in this generation, like all of us. It's not just me and you. A lot of people are facing this. You see, back in the 50s or like 100 years ago, you did not have options. You're either a slave or a king. Like there's no other way. You're either born into a rich family and then like you're a king, or you're like a slave. You're just slaving your life away. You're in your neighborhood, you're working so hard to make a couple of dollars, and you're just like living this simple life with your, I don't know, girlfriend from the other neighborhood. It's just like a very small, simple life. Now, all of us are kings. We have so many options. You have like back then there was no gurus or like courses. Nobody's telling you anything. It's like you're just going into like, I don't know, the factory, or like you're a farmer or something. Now you have so many options. You have the luxury of choice. And because you have that, you end up having what the fancy psychologists call decision paralysis, something like paralysis. I think analysis paralysis. You have analysis. We have analysis paralysis. We're paralyzed. We are paralyzed. You get, it's like we are this word. We are stuck basically because we have so many options. You can be this, you can be that, you can do dropshipping, you can do affiliate marketing, you can be a content creator, you can be a dancer, you can be a gay, you can be whatever you want. And that choice makes you stuck because you can choose all these things. But what you're missing, you're not gonna live to 500 years. You don't have the time to choose all these things. And the thing is, with having this problem and not being able to commit and sticking to one thing until you're successful, there's like two sides to this. That's why it's a conflicting matter. That's why it's so hard to fix. On one side, like at least for me, on one side, I'm interested in a lot of things. I want to do so many different things. I have this high interest. It's ADHD probably, but I just want to do all these things. And I don't want to not do them because if I'm gonna grow old, I don't want to look back and say, I wish I've tried that thing. And that's valid. That's a valid analogy to want to try all these things so you don't regret them. On the other side, if you don't pick one thing from those things and just stick to it, you're never gonna be successful. You're never gonna see it through until you're successful. You're not gonna put all the time and all the effort and all the energy and all the focus to actually make it work. So you end up not succeeding in anything. You're just like jumping around from one place to another without actually building anything meaningful. And this is also a valid analogy. So you see there's a friction on both sides. They're like, that's why it's so hard. However, when you realize that if you focus on one thing and build something meaningful and become really successful, then you can actually take all the rewards from that successful thing that you built, and the money and the freedom and whatever, and then you can pursue those side interests that you have.
Let's go shopping.
That's how it's been working all the time, that I've been missing, and you're probably missing, that we're like missing out on. This is the realization that I made, that fuck, you just have to do one thing really good, make it really work, and then from that you go do the other side interest. You don't do it the other way around, because the other way around you end up not building anything. So in order to fix that, I did two simple things. Actually, it's one thing, but it goes into two. That one thing is I committed myself into doing something over a long extended period of time until I finish it. I committed myself into finishing a project no matter what. Not for the sake of success, not for the sake of making it work, but for the sake of actually finishing the fucking thing before quitting, you know what I mean?
I ain't give up.
Before jumping into something else.
That's what they were trying to make me do.
Regardless of how I feel.
They wanted me to give up.
Regardless of the emotions I'm going through.
And they were trying to finish me.
I'm just gonna do it.
It didn't work.
The first thing, I committed myself to posting 100 reels on Instagram. That was 60 days ago. And until today, I'm still going. I'm so proud of that. I'm posting a reel every single day. And by the way, these reels are very trashy. Very low effort reels. There's no thought put into it. It's a bunch of memes. I'm just like doing random shit with no direction just to get myself in the habit of finishing something regardless of how I feel. Because I'm sick of like posting these stupid reels, but you know what? Despite that, I made a video and I told the internet that I'm gonna post 100 reels and I'm gonna do it regardless, you know? It's just to force myself into finishing that thing no matter what. I don't care about the results. I don't care about how they perform. I just want to finish the 100 days of posting reels no matter what. The second thing is I am committing myself into writing a book and finishing it by the end of this year. We're already in April, I have 8 months or so to go and I have to finish the book. I have to finish writing this book. And I'm not writing it with ChatGPT and it's not some lousy book. No, this is an actual book about my journey and the things I learned because I grew up in Iraq and in war and I was supposed to be dead like 50 times, like fucking rockets and blow-ups and kidnapping and like everything you can possibly imagine. It was like a Call of Duty movie but like with one life. And I survived that somehow and that's why I'm here like filming this video for you. So I'm committing myself into writing this book and I have to finish it no matter what. And in doing that, I'm forcing my brain, I'm forcing my mindset to shift into we have to complete this no matter what. Stop jumping around regardless of how you feel. Just finish this thing. Just see until the end. And you see, I even had a book into this topic.
You smart.
Finish what you start. Like, you see, I'm very serious about this matter. Like, we have to finish what we start, man.
You a genius.
So, I'm gonna finish this book. I'm gonna write it no matter what. And that will reprime, redirect, and reprogram my brain into actually finishing the things that I start no matter what. It's kind of a practice. It's kind of a redesigning my brain because if I look back and if you look back into all the things that you have achieved, it will always be because you saw them through to the end. Because how else could you succeed if you did not finish it until the end? And that's a very logical and simple thing to understand. But it's very easy to miss because we're in a very, very distracted world. And I want you and for me to bring that attention back and that focus back into our life, to stop being distracted and to actually do things, to actually finish them. And that's what I'm doing. So if you're watching this video, I want to take one thing away, one single point, which is to set for yourself a project that you commit into finishing. You know, go back to your committed self, go back to yourself, go back to the 50s, to slavery when you don't have any options, and implement the power of being a slave into your own self. Be a slave. That's a really weird analogy, to be a slave. You get the point. I want you to focus into something and see it until the end. Like, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how no result and no progress there is, I just want the goal to be finishing the thing. Not succeeding, not like success will be finishing the thing. It's not gonna be like external validation or like kisses and hugs and like Ferraris and Lambos. It's just you telling yourself you're gonna finish something and doing it until you actually finish it. That's the biggest success you can possibly do. And if you get into this habit, if we get into this habit, I think our lives are going to change. And I'm starting this video to encourage you, to remind you that you can set a project and actually finish it. I am right now going through this and setting a project for myself and trying to finish it, and I'm inviting you with me on this journey because who knows, maybe you're very smart and awesome, you just want that extra motivation, you're gonna change the world and then donate a couple of $1 million to me because I helped you through that and like that will make me rich. Do that, like please, if you get successful from this video, send me money. I love money. I want to buy like cars and travel and food, you know. Anyway, this is beside the point. ADHD is kicking in. Point is, I want you right now, after you close this video, to set yourself a goal, a target to finish and to commit to for not 90 days. That's what a lot of people tell you. Do it for 90 days and no, do it for 12 months. Commit for a 12 months goal. That's how you're actually gonna force yourself, because you can maintain interest for 90 days. But then after that, then what? You're gonna jump? 90 days is not enough. Not anymore. I want you to commit to 12 months, you know, when it's boring and hard and like so slow and you're lonely and it's dark and nobody's talking to you. It's just like weird. It's like gay. I don't know. It's really bad. I want you to focus and do it for 12 months. And then if you suck and you mess up and you don't succeed, then you can change. But to give something a decent chance, at least do it for 12 months. Commit yourself into a project for 12 months, do it, do not stop, regardless of how you feel. And I believe if me and you, if we start doing this, our life is going to change. Because that's how my life changed from being in Iraq to now living in Sweden, a very comfortable life. My life changed because I finished things and saw them through all the way until the end. And I'm gonna write some of the stories that helped me do that in the book. If you ever get your hands on, because I'm gonna finish this book.
You very smart.
Then you can read the book and see how that all makes sense. Focusing on one thing got me here and so on. And that's the point. I want to go back into that mode. The mode of focusing on one thing and finishing it regardless of how miserable I might feel. And I want you to do that because your life will completely change if you just stick to that one thing that you should be sticking on. Stop focusing around, stop looking at the women in the red dress and start focusing on the shit in your hand, you know? Like, just do it. Do it! That's a really weird video. Like, I hope YouTube is not gonna cancel the video because I had this music playing, because then I would get copyright. I forgot the music was playing. I hope it's not gonna stop the video for copyright stuff. But that was a very weird, strong, weird rant. Like I was just shouting at the camera the entire time. Very powerful shouting, like blah blah blah, you know, like I was just letting things out. I was trying to keep it real with you, you know, like I don't want to bullshit you. This is a problem that I'm facing. I know you're facing this because if you're watching this, you're probably a human. I don't know, no judging if you're a cat or something, but you know, that's how we do it. It's a very weird video, but I hope it helped you in some way or shape or form to think about what you need to commit on and then go do and be successful and send me money. But before you go, subscribe because I'll be ranting about more stuff that could help you since it's helping me. I have a train to catch actually, so I better get going because I have little time to do that. Yeah. How do you end the video? This is weird. Shit, things got really quiet, you know. Fist, yeah, bro. Okay, see you next video. Subscribe.
Buy your mama a house. Buy your whole family houses.